episode 2 of the witching inside the witch's garden. I will be completely open with you and say this is my second time actually recording this one. I looked at my footage about this particular topic. The first time I did around, I noticed that I missed a lot of stuff, and I, for some reason, also didn't have a lot of stuff on my usual sheet, and in true Brooke fashion, I did not have a lot of my stuff, so I am going to go over it. So welcome to the second episode of Inside the Witch's Garden, and we are doing seed starting. We've already looked at what we want, what we can, our space, that sort of thing. We've kind of designed the garden of our dreams, or what we can. And we're starting the seeds that should be started at this time. Now, again, to be honest with you, it's been a little while since I've done the one seed starting video versus this one, and there are some seeds that I had to start. There are some seeds that I wanted to start. There are some seeds that I had to start. So, I have already started those. I can show you those, but I do have most of the ideas of what we're talking about here. So, basic thing, you will need a seed packet. These ones I have not done yet because these are going direct sowed into the ground, and as much as I am recording this in technically spring, we had snow our first spring. We had 15-degree weather before spring, and then as soon as spring hit, it snowed on Ostara. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. So these guys are going to have to wait, but we're going to use them as an example. So this is a seed packet. Many of you see them in the stores. You know what they are. I don't just have the seed packets. I've got these little guys. I've showed you them before, I think. I have a container with some of my seeds in it too. But these are seed packets. You can tend to get these. I get these. You can get these anywhere. I get them. You can get them at the dollar store. I know some people say that you can't get them at the dollar store. Some people, you can also get them online. You can get them at grocery stores. I've gotten some of mine at Walmart. We have a garden center. Garden centers have them. You can get them anywhere. Now, getting them for the dollar store, that's, again, perfectly fine. Now, they might not germinate the way you want them to, but you should be perfectly fine. They're for I think, where I live in Canada, they're $1.75. For $1.75, which are great, actually, considering the fact that they're almost $4 for one pack elsewhere. So grab them from the dollar store if you can. If you don't feel comfortable enough starting from the seed, then you're going to skip ahead a few videos, not watch this one, and you're going to plant from starts. And that's fine too. I just have a little bit more knowledge starting things from seed. You should see some of the things that are currently growing right now, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So these packets will tell you usually when to put them in the ground, and that you can do that, roughly after when your last frost happens, depending on what zone you are. We've talked about zones in the past there. You can, if you're not looking to start seeds in the ground right now, like me, there are a bunch of different things that you can start your seeds in that are not very expensive. Some people will tell you that you can do them in eggshells. I know some people tell you can't. There's huge, you can't. Do what you can. So, whatever fits your budget is what you can do. Save your toilet paper tubes. Save your paper towel tubes, because you can utilize these guys to start your seeds in. This can actually be cut in half to start your seeds. This can be cut into multiple to start your seeds. It doesn't have to be expensive for your seeds starting. You can use the party cups from the dollar store. However, I did take a picture of ones that you should watch out for. There is, and I'll post it up here, there is a cup out there in the land that actually is 2 cups in one. Make sure you're not grabbing those. They are tiny. They look perfect for starting seeds, but I can assure you they are not. They've got like a little like shot glass looking cup into a bigger cup, and they're all one. Don't get those. Those are not great. You can get seed starting pods like this. I have these. I got them at Dollarama. You can get these. They are refillable. I have 2 that have started seeds, and I've actually had some luck with them. I've moved those seeds into larger containers, and that's good as well. You can get seeds starting kits at the dollar store. I'm not too fond of the ones in the paper containers. I find that they mold and they don't really biodegrade very well in the ground, so they're not my favorite. I prefer to get the cups or the plastic ones and then just reuse them as long as I can. Seed starting trays. You can get at the dollar store, or you can use, I'll post it right here, the aluminum trays, like the baking pans. You can use those too. Or I just picked up, this is a little dusty because I've been baking stuff and flour goes everywhere. But I utilize these baking pins. I have 3 of them, and they fit, I think it's 8 of your seed, like the little seeds. I don't know how many cups they would fit, but they fit. Now I just bottom watered these, so you're gonna have to excuse me. So these guys, these are cups that I have bought at the dollar store, and there's other styles and things like that, but I just put them in here and I bottom water because that's my preferred. In these, or like I said, you can get regular seed trays from the dollar store as well. And tiny pots. You can get tiny pots there as well. They're not the biggest bang for your buck or anything like that, but they work. Also, what I find very, very helpful, and you can get at the dollar store, is, now, you don't have to have this particular one, but you can get the little, like, stakes to put in your plants, but I find that a waste when this is my 2nd year with this roll of masking tape and a Sharpie, and I just put the labels onto the cups themselves so that I can tell what each plant is. But like I said, you can get, if you want to splurge a little bit and get the actual like stick things. I wouldn't in this stage. It's more along the lines of when you have them in bigger pots. Now, if you've started them in bigger pots, like I'm going to do for this arugula and this lettuce, because they're not going to need to go into the ground just yet, I am going to direct sow them into the big pots that I'm going to use them for, then maybe get, one of the steak ones if you really want, if you're looking for aesthetic things. Another good thing to use to label, you can get popsicle sticks. You can get those craft popsicle sticks at the dollar store and just write what is on there. Watering cans, sprayers, I've got both of those. Of course, in no man's land because I was just planting. You can get those from the dollar store and they work really well. What I don't get from the dollar store, I do spend my money on it, is my seedling soil. I actually don't really get any soil from the dollar store. I try to stay away, so I get I think it's the Jiffy seed starting mix. You can get whatever you have that looks good, but splurge a little bit on that one. I think that's really it for this seedling topic anyway. We'll get more into the bigger pots and things like that. We're not really talking about what to grow. We're just talking about how to grow it. Anyway, that's all I had for this episode of the Inside the Witch's Garden. I am trying to come up with a compilation of working on my garden outside, but it is far too cold to start that. The snow is finally melting, but I have a broken tripod, so that's not going to work, and it is too cold to do any work. So that might take a little bit longer coming together and might be at the end of next year because I want to do a cohesive Inside the Witch's Garden. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode, Witches. You can always find us on Facebook. We are here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Very bad at posting on there. TikTok, also very bad to post on there. You can listen. I'm starting to post more. We're starting to plan more of the episodes, so we just have to get on a new schedule with that because we're both very busy ladies. You can email us if you have any questions. You can support the channel by going to our Patreon. We're at True North Witches everywhere, and if you have questions or want to send us a spooky episode, we're not quite at a spooky episode yet. We actually just had a spooky episode, but if you want to send us spooky stories, you can do that to the truenorthwitches@gmail.com. And we will be at a few markets this year, starting in April. So give us a peek there. Anyway, have a good day, witches. Bye.